Death made me grow.
Confused, but the best way that I ever grown was this mindset shift. Just bear with me a sec. When you die, after the first 6 months, no one's going to think about you. For instance, the Queen Elizabeth, ran for like 70 years. Guarantee you haven't thought about her since I just mentioned it. And that's coming from an Alex Hormozy quote. Like, you haven't thought about the Queen ever since I just mentioned it. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because she's going to probably achieve a lot more than what we ever will in our lifetimes. Ever. So, the thing that I use to remind myself that I'm free to do whatever I want is that if no one's going to think about me 6 months after I'm dead, and if there's going to be people that I know who are going to be too busy to, go to my funeral, then what's the point living for anyone else? Why not just fucking live the life how I want to? I'm going to be dead. No one's going to remember me. So why not just go and live it the way how I want to? Why not live it the way how I want to on my own terms? Now, that framework alone has given me permission to live life the way I want to. That's why I'm not scared about what people think. That's why I'm not scared about to take the risks. That's why I'm not scared to try something new out. Because I just remind myself about death. Now, when it comes to death, those people sometimes get really upset about it. They don't like the thought. But personally, for me, as someone who's seen no results properly yet, well, I have, but I've only just started. That framework has completely changed the way how I think. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to die. So I either start now, or I regret it later on in life when I should have started it. Like I keep on reminding myself, in 20 years' time, I'm either super thankful that I started that thing, and I'm happy that I kept at it because I've achieved so much within that 20-year gap, or in 20 years' time, I regret it so much that I wish I started it sooner, or I wish I started it, So I either have regret in the future, or I'm either super grateful that I started it when I did. To create this video all just about talking about death. This video is just trying to give you permission to try that thing out that you've always wanted to. Like I said, like that statement that I said about a minute ago has given me permission, but that does not mean I talk about death, think about death all the time. Because honestly, talking about death that much will kind of get me depressed. But when I'm thinking about, should I try that thing? Should I do it? I'm like, okay, well, so many old people, or, people on their deathbeds, are always thinking, I wish I did that. I've got regret. I wish I did that. And I'm like, okay, well, if they regret that, what can I do to not feel that regret? What can I do? And just simply as something as, I'm going to die, and I don't have any regret. So why not just fucking try? Because the thing that I tell myself a lot is, I'd rather die trying than never try at all. I'd rather die, trying and making the mistake and it never working out, rather than not trying it at all. Rather than trying to look cool and not trying it and just only sticking to a few things, I'd rather try everything that I think I'll enjoy, even if I don't enjoy it. Because the thought of just regret not trying it, like the amount of times I speak to my dad and he's just said, oh, I wish I tried this out, or I wish I, travelled and stuff like that, and I wish I did all of this, but I can't really do that now because I've got so many responsibilities, looking after family, work, and all that stuff. And how he's getting older and stuff like that, so it's getting harder for him to be as active. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to have that. I want to be able to say, I did that shit. And obviously, no matter who you are, you're going to have a grand life. Whether it's you wanted to spend more time with your family, try that business out, start that band, there's always going to be regret. But the best way that I think to avoid, regret as much as you can is just to try shit out. Even if you only try for 3 months or something like that, or try for a little period, at least you tried it. And even if it doesn't work, like I said, I'd rather try something and knowing it didn't work, rather than me not trying it at all and then wondering about the what if. So look, going back to the death theme, just remind yourself that you're going to die one day, whether it's in 50 years, 100 years, whatever, you're going to die. So give yourself permission just to try shit out, because no one's going to remember you in 100 years or in 6 months after you die, apart from the odd person. So look, this video wasn't to be all gloomy and dark and everything like that. This video is just simply the mindset I use to give me permission to try whatever I fucking want without caring about what people think about me. Because I know when I start I'm going to be cringe, but I'd rather be cringe than never fucking try at all.